international chess professionals converge in St. Louis for the 2017 Spring Chess Classic. Welcome to the final day wrap-up report in the 2017 Spring Chess Classic. All of the games have ended, the tournament hall is cleared out, and we have our 3 group champions. As with many round-robin tournaments, the tournament-clinching final round games weren't necessarily wins for the victors. Instead, they were draws, all 3 cases. However, they were all hard-fought. Let's take a look at how things shaped up in Group A. Third place is split between 5 different competitors who each have 4.5 points. They take home $1,800 each, which is the sum of 3rd place through 7th place prizes divided by 5. Second place goes to Grandmaster Yaroslav Zerabuk, who ended with an amazing 5.5 points. And your Group A champion, the top champion of the 2017 Spring Chess Classic, is Grandmaster Varuzhan Akobian, one of the chess club's resident grandmasters. With 6.5 points, before taxes, he takes home $6 grand. Here he is, the champion of the top group here at the 2017 Spring Chess Classic, Varuzhan Akobian. Var, under normal circumstances, avoiding playoffs and coming in as the undisputed winner would find someone quite jubilant down here. But you're a little hesitant. Just a second ago, you were not too happy with your game that you just played. Tell us why against Quesada.
Yeah, actually, I just realized that I was winning basically at the very end. And it looked like I was winning, but I guess I should have just maybe think a little bit more and find this nice idea at the very end. Maybe I can show that later on.
Yes.
But yeah, I think I was just completely winning there with this one idea. So I missed it, and then it was an incredible draw at the end. So with the queen sacrifice, he defended well, but yeah, I think I was better the entire game, so I was trying to win.
Now, what we knew after all the other games had finished, because you were the last game in the tournament hall, was that all you needed was a score. But like you said, you were winning. Take us through the game and show us.
So yeah, we played the French, and I was sort of expecting this position, and because Quesada always plays the classical defense against the French. So knight d1, and I had all this in my notes, but I realized this queen e2 was a different move than I expected. I was expecting the rook e1 move here with idea, maybe g4. And black is okay there. So I played queen e2, and I spent some time here because I realized he's got a lot of ideas here. He wants to go rook a d1, c4, and initially I didn't want to play f5 because I think I'm maybe very slightly worse here after takes, bishop takes, rook a d1. But at the end I realized this is probably the best I have because I'm quite solid here, and I should be able to hold this position. So I played f5, and here I think he made a mistake here because he should have taken en passant here. It's very important. So he played the move rook a d1, thinking that he's going to play c4, and perhaps he missed this queen e8 move. It's a very strong move. I moved the queen away, and now I have queen b5 ideas when he plays c4. And yeah, this queen e8 was very strong. So now he played here, I'll take. Now, he took back with the knight. I think that might be an inaccuracy also. Maybe he should take with the queen. But I already like my position here. I have several ideas. Maybe I can start with b5, for example, attack the queen, and then if the queen moves back, I just put a knight on e4. Black is maybe slightly better already because then I can just play queen c6, rook d8. My knight is very strong on e4 compared to his knight on e3 here. So he played knight here, and I played queen b5. And now he spent something like another 25 minutes here, and he got a really long time. Now knight e4 is extremely annoying, and rook f d8, rook a c1, everything is just very easy to play for black here. So I think he made the right decision. He took queen check, but now it's some problems here because dark squares are weak, and this knight doesn't have a good square to go to. Rook f d8, c3, rook d4, and here again he was very low on time, and he came up with only idea again, to somehow challenge for the file. Rook f3, rook d3, and I played rook cd1 and rook d5. I think perhaps here I had an option to just play b5. Maybe this is stronger. Then he captures knight d6, bishop d6 takes queen d6, and play a position like this where I'm just clearly up a pawn with good winning chances here. I probably should have done that. Play king h7. Now I thought I always have b5, but now he played this move a4, and suddenly I no longer can play b5. And if I try to prepare a6, then he takes, and he has queen e3, and the b6 pawn is now weak. So that's why I went for bishop h4. I'm better here, but it's not easy to break through. So I tried to create some weaknesses. Bishop c5. This is so here I was hoping I play b5. It was very low on time, and he has an option to sacrifice the pawn, or let's say play a move like knight d2. But if he plays knight d2, I feel like I have this win here. Queen d2 attacking the knight. Knight moves anywhere, and a bishop g1. And now threat is queen to h2 mate. So the only way to stop it is queen g2, and then I just play queen d1. Now threatening mate on h5. The pawn is hanging, so I think black is just winning here. So he played knight d6. I captured. So this, I think black has very good winning chances here. h5 pawn is also a little bit weak. I feel like I could have probably played this better, but queen d5, b4. It's not so easy to win, because with the queens there's always a chance there will be a perpetual or something. So queen d1 check. I went for this. I repeat it. Now queen is very active. I think it's close to a draw now, but the crucial part here is where my opponent played this queen d6 move, and which allowed this check. He completely missed queen e1 instead. So he didn't see that queen goes on e1 and protects on before. He thought it's just going to be a draw already. But after this, now I think it's probably close to be winning here. So he played here and actually played the correct move, check, which is winning. Because if he goes now back, I just take the pawn on b7 and just I'm up 2 pawns. So I'm just winning. So he goes here and here. Yeah, this queen e2 is just a double question mark here. This is what I realized. I can't take right away because of the queen g6 trick. And if I take, it's a stalemate. Yeah. Sort of what happened at the game in the game as well. So, but here, I completely missed that. I saw this move queen g1. I missed the idea. Now I'm threatening mate. So he has to go here. Now check. I missed the idea that I just exchange the queens. And once the queens are off, it's just completely winning. Yeah. Takes, yeah, just king f6 and g5. This is the way I could have won. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know, at least it didn't affect the final standings. You know, still. But yeah, would have been nice to win. You know, this position. So I played king g3. I played g6, and now I played king h2. Another incredible defense, because it's very difficult now. I'm trying to, you know, he's sort of in Suksavang here. So, but he found another good move here, and now check. I didn't see anything better here. Check. Take, and now if queen f3, I actually win because of king e5. But queen f1 is just a nice way. Check. If I move, it takes the queen, so I have to take, and it's a stalemate. So yeah, looks like the clear cut was right here where I had the chance to just play queen g1. It felt like winning, you know. I just didn't see the exchange of the queens.
Wow. Var, it's still a victory for you in the tournament overall. What's next on your calendar?
I'm playing in a World Team Championship in 2 weeks in Russia, so I will rest, maybe 2.5 weeks actually. So I'll rest a little bit and just try to go there with, you know, hopefully in good shape and to play well for the U.S. team.
All right. Well, as the winner, you have the floor. Anything you'd like to say in closing?
Yeah, I mean, this was a great tournament, and I want to thank the Chess Club and Scholastic Center of St. Louis for organizing this. This is a good opportunity for the players around my rating range, around 2650, to play and see if they can improve and maybe, you know, become 2700 players. So there are not so many tournaments like this. There are a lot of elite events nowadays for the very top players, but I think this was the missing link from the, you know, And now with the series of these tournaments, I think there will be some really good opportunities for the players, to play around their rating range, and if they can perform well, then they can maybe increase their rating and improve.
For sure. Grandmaster Varuzhan Akobian, the champion of the 2017 Spring Chess Classic. Now let's take a look at the other groups going on at the end of this tournament. 5th place in Group B goes to Grandmaster Jamil John Ali Mirande. His friends call him JJ. He has 5 points and he walks away with a cool $1,000. 3rd and 4th place is split between Grandmasters Alexander Linderman and Alexander Fear, who each earn 6 points and take home $1,750 each. 2nd place goes to Grandmaster Christian Kurilla, who could not win his final game, but he still takes home $2,500. And your Group B champion is International Master Awonder Liang, taking home $4,000. Also notable in this tournament, Awonder earned his 2nd Grandmaster norm. Remember, it takes 3 norms to earn that title with a rating minimum, so Awonder is definitely on his way. We're here with the champion of Group B. I'm talking about Awonder Liang. It seems like only yesterday I talked to you. I wonder why that is. Well, today you came away with an early draw, and we'll take a look at that in just a moment. But what were your thoughts coming into the day today? What did you hope to achieve?
Well, generally, I mean, a win would have been the best, I guess, but since I was leading by half a point and Trula had kind of a tough pairing, I guess, black against Slenderman, so I mean, a draw wasn't that bad, so I just wanted to kind of play solid chess and see how it would go.
Well, and you got the job done in just over 30 moves. Kurilla actually could not, he really pushed. He was going for that point, but he could not come away with anything as black in that game. And so his game, what's weird about round robin tournaments is sometimes you don't know if you won or if you did not make the tournament placing after your game. It's then another game, which is what happened in a few cases here.
Yeah.
So Kurilla lost, and now you have undisputed first place, no playoff necessary. Let's take a look at your last round game for the formality.
Yeah, so it wasn't very exciting. I started out with e4. He played e5, which was kind of unexpected, but he repeated his same opening that he played against Alexander Fear in one of the early rounds, I think. I can't recall which round it was. So I think Fear played here c3, and then castles, bishop g5, something like this. Kind of aggressive line. Instead, I played bishop takes c6, which is also another line. I think it's more solid for white with the structure. So I played queen e2, queen e7. Yeah, now I kind of mixed up my lines. After knight d7, bishop e3 is kind of interesting. Yeah, after queen e7, bishop e3, knight bd2 is the main line, because after bishop e3, bishop takes e3, queen takes e3, queen b4 check is available for black, and I don't think that giving up like 2 pawns should be worth it for white, so I had to take with the f-pawn with the idea after queen b4 checks c3. But now after castles, I played knight c3. I think castling is available, but I wanted to try and provoke the black queen side. So after b5 castles, I thought I kind of gained a tempo with knight c3, and b5 is kind of weakness, but after a5, it turns out it's not so easy for white. So a4 is kind of logical. b4, knight d1, c5, b3, and now I kind of underestimated this move, knight e8. And after knight f2, knight d6, knight h1, with the idea of like knight g3, there's f5 and e4, which is pretty nasty for white. So instead I played knight b2 and knight d2. And after bishop e6, I decided to just kind of go for a draw because I don't think white can really press for anything. Black probably also can't press for anything. Like, let's say after rook f2, f6, rook f1, like rook e8 or something, or maybe g6. White has like a kind of beautiful looking knight on b2 that's not doing anything, and well, actually 2 knights that aren't really doing anything. So with only like 3 pieces that are attacking, it's very unrealistic that white can actually do anything. So yeah, I decided to trade off all the pieces. Also, looking at Kurilla's game, I realized that he was actually much worse, so I thought it was unlikely he was going to win. So after bishop c4, takes, there's a possibility in rook a6, with the idea of like rook g6 and trying to attack some pawns maybe. But after rook d1, queen h4, with the idea of queen f3, rook f6, white has queen f2, which is kind of nice. Queen takes e4, queen f7 wins. So, but yeah, after rook d8, we just trade off all the pieces. It's a pretty trivial draw. So yeah.
Trivial draw gets the job done.
Yeah.
It's not the best headline, but it does win you thousands of dollars, so that's pretty awesome. I wonder what's next for you on the chess horizon.
Right after this tournament, I'm gonna play in the Chicago Open, which starts tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
So
we got some people from the club. They were just talking about road tripping up there just earlier today.
Oh.
Yeah, their ride's kind of falling apart. So hopefully your situation's better. Well, what else? Any victory speech you'd like to give?
I'd like to thank the St. Louis Chess Club for providing this opportunity. I'd also like to thank the producers, especially Ben Simon, for making sure everything goes smoothly, and also being able to broadcast to the viewers each player's thoughts during the round. I think that's very important for the advancement of chess. And I'd just like to say that I think this is a very wonderful tournament.
I think it was a great tournament too.
And I also like to say that it's even better because I won. But
well, okay then. He's not so modest after all. Well, I wonder. It's been
even so, it's a pretty great tournament. So.
I'm so glad. I had a great time too, and I know that I speak for everybody at the club. We love when the players are happy, and that's when the best chess happens. So thank you. Congratulations again on Group B. And now let's go visit our friends in Group C. Let's take a look at what happened there. As we look at the top half of Group C, Grandmaster Alexander Shimanov came away with 5 points and $2,500. In second place, Ilya Nizhnik walks away with $3,250. And your Group C champion, Grandmaster Sam Sevian, with 6 points and $5,000. Remember, this was the second strongest group, despite being Group C. A draw was all he needed. Here he is, Grandmaster Sam Sevian walks away against Ruifeng Li with a draw. Now, actually, you had clinched it before your game was over, so I was waiting to talk to you. But a draw would have done it in the first place. Yeah. Nizhnik could not win his game. So, what was your attitude coming into today? What was on your mind?
Well, I mean, I decided I'll play my lines. I'll play for a win, and if I have a draw, I'll probably take the draw. And I outplayed him and got a position with a couple extra pawns, but he defended well, and I couldn't find a win the rook ending.
And you're not really sure if it was winning or not, right? Let's take a look at the game.
I played rook c6. If I take on h6, unfortunately, he has rook a8 with the threat rook takes a2 and perpetual. I didn't like this. I played rook c6 with the idea of rook a8, rook c2, but here and probably here I had to take the pawn. f5, d6, king g7, take. Again, black has his passed f pawn. I have my d pawn. Still unclear. I'm not sure if white's winning here or not. I played rook d1. Rook takes h3, d6, rook d8, rook c5. I thought this was closer to winning than drawn, but probably I was wrong. b4, rook c4, f5, rook b4, king f7. Now his king's coming to e6, and in many lines he captures the pawn on d6, and it's a race between the a pawn and the f pawn. I played a4, rook c3. He's bringing his rook back to c6. King b2. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have played king b2. It's a really natural move. Maybe I should make a move like rook b6 or rook b7, and then start pushing my pawn. After this, check, king f6. Note that he can't go here because of rook h7 winning. I pushed the pawn and he went king d7. This was a good move. Now, when I push my a pawn, he's pushing his f pawn, and he's gonna put his rook behind the pawn. So push, b4. I think this was actually maybe the move that gave the game away. Rook b4, rook takes d7. I'm not sure, maybe rook f6. Rook e4 check, rook takes d7, king d7, rook f4, and now b4. I might win this position, put my king on a4. Again, I'm not sure. He plays h5, puts the rook behind his pawn, so it's still very unclear. But at least my king has shelter here, and when you'll see in the game, it doesn't. So I played b4, f3, b5, and I think he found the only draw here, rook d6. This is probably also natural. a6, f2, threatening queen. Now, if I play here, then I think it's just a draw. Takes, a7, rook f8, and I can't take because he takes back with check. That's unfortunate. But if I calculated correctly, I have a7, queen, take, rook b8, check, rook f1, threatening rook a1, rook b8, rook d8, rook a1, king here, b6. Yeah, and I queen with check. I'm in time.
Very nice.
Yeah, unfortunately he didn't play rook f6. He found the correct line immediately. Rook d6, rook f1, takes here. And this is the problem. My rook either has to go passive to b3, or if rook b7 check, king c7. Yeah, and there's an old study with this position. It's a theoretical draw. Well, its problem is if I push the a pawn, I believe he plays rook. He plays rook d5. Yeah, he plays rook d5. Rook b7 check, king a8, king c3. Actually, I forgot how it's done. Yeah, I just know this position is a draw. Probably attack with rook d6 or come from behind with rook d1. Let's say here, king c3, rook d1. No, not rook d1 here. Rook a5, rook a7 check, king b4. Yeah, and rook a1. This is a draw. He's gonna give checks, and I have no shelter. And my rook can't leave, so that's the problem. So I put it on the passive score, b3, but he defended perfectly. King c7, king a3, and rook g5. This is the only move that draws. It's important that after rook c3 check, king b7, king b4, rook g4 check, rook c4, he has h5. That's why he went to g file. b6, and he puts the king on a6, and we get the same fortress as he got in the game. So I give check, and it's unfortunate my rook's on b3. If it's on b4, the position's winning. If it's on b3 after king b8, king b7, I play a6 check. That's the point. After king b8, I defend the pawn, which is hanging. Now he goes to b7. Now I can't play a6 check because if king takes a6, b7, rook a5 check, and I can't go to b2. So I play rook b4. The rook comes down, and there's an old fortress, Klingenhorwitz. I think this is that fortress. Even if I put my rook on c5, there's no progress for white. Let's say I played rook c4, rook c5. This is just a theoretical draw. So I played king b3 and draw.
And that wins you the second most prestigious group in this tournament. Sam, what's coming up next for you in the chess world?
Actually, tomorrow I'm going to play the Chicago Open.
I feel like there's a theme here. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be a big event. That's going to be awesome. So you're no rest for the weary, huh?
Yeah.
Anything you would like to? The floor is yours. Anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the organizers for inviting me to this event. It was a well-done event, and happy to be a part of it.
And we hope to have you back again, Sam. Congratulations on Group C. It's been a great one, everyone. Let's wrap this thing up. The 2017 Spring Chess Classic was really a chance for the non-elite grandmasters to showcase their skills and get better. A lot of these competitors don't get the chance normally to play at this level and thus to advance their careers. The St. Louis Chess Club is committed to filling that gap and holding these tournaments, the quarterly series, one every season. It's quite easy to remember. Join us for the Summer Chess Classic later on in a few months. Until next time, Ben Simon here for the St. Louis Chess Club saying so long from the Show Me Stakes.